Welcome to the I'm Such a Pisces podcast. We're two friends taking an explorative journey into all things astrology and a little woo. I'm Christine. I'm a creative, intuitive counselor and coach, and astrology enthusiast. We Pisces like to wear all the hats. You can find me on IG at The Dreamy Piscean.
And I'm Shelby. I am a licensed social worker, a big feelings person, and a light skeptic. Here to learn all the astrological things. You can find me on Twitter at Shelby Tweeting, and being a Cancer rising on Instagram at Shelby Cooking Things. Welcome to our show. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the I'm Such a Pisces podcast. I'm Shelby.
And I'm Christine.
And we started off just laughing immediately because we were about to have a technical difficulty, but we just rolled right through it. We rolled through it. We're good. Everything's good.
I just realized my speaker was on, and I was like, I'm going to turn my phone to silent. So in case something happens,
just in case.
Doesn't ring or
yes.
make a noise. I was
Appreciate
I'm going to turn my speaker off. But we're good.
Whatever.
Okay.
We might, who knows? We might get a little special guest phone call or something in the middle of the episode.
Caller on the line. Like, got a live caller.
They didn't ask to be on the podcast, but now they are. So give us your astrology
questions.
Welcome
to the show, okay? Like, you're on the spot. Talk.
If you could not tell already, it's a shoot the shit episode, okay?
And we are just
STS.
Already shooting it.
We're just boom. It's been
shot. The shit has been shot.
We are shooting the shit. The vibes are here today. Yeah, this is the flow of things. Now that we're doing year-round school, we come back. We just
come on year-round school.
Ease into it, okay? And then you'll get a few more episodes of heavy content, but at first, you got to just catch up with us, okay?
We just got to catch up because we got to catch up,
We have to catch up with each other. Things have been happening. A lot can happen in 2 weeks, A
lot has happened in 2 weeks.
Yeah. So should we check our co-stars and then get into it?
Yes, let's get into the things.
I haven't looked at mine today, so I don't know what it's about to tell me.
I know. Same. We're going to be surprised together.
Oh, this is a weird one.
Mm.
My co-star today says, imagine writing all over your body.
Sounds sensual.
It kind of does, but I'm also picturing like when I was in high school and like your friend would be in class and they would write something on your arm or whatever. And then you'd come home and your mom would be like, why do you have all that pen on your arm? It's literally how that would go. It was always like everybody's name.
You're like an ink poisoning.
Yeah, right.
Skin and then poisoning.
But it could be kind of sexy, writing all over your body. All over your body.
Yeah, with the
my
tattoo
deuce
needle.
Exactly. There you go. Which we have progressed to that. Okay, because it's this kind of episode. I immediately have a tangent. Yeah. I can't remember if I told you about this or not. I have a client at work, and I show up the other day and she was like, I love your tattoos. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like, she's a teenage girl, whatever. And she's like, my mom would never let me have tattoos. And I was like, well, just so you know, I waited until I was like 30 to start getting tattoos. I don't think I got my first one until I was like 27. And then I didn't start getting like big ones until I think I was 30. Yeah. And it made me so happy. It made me way more happy than it should. But this girl was like, you're over 30? And I was like,
yes.
Yeah.
It's like,
I am. I was like, yeah, actually I'm 33. She was like, wow, I never would have guessed. I was like, I don't know if you're just trying to make me feel good or if you mean that, but it's making me feel good. It's working.
The youth are genuinely surprised that people are youthful. In their 30s.
Yes. Well, and I think it just, to me, it's like how many people are, my age or older that are just not expressing. I feel like it's an expression of joy. I feel like you're like keeping your inner child alive. I feel like you're like, you don't have to be resigned to, I know we've talked about this like a million times, but I'm just like, carry a little youthful energy. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Stay open.
Stay open to that. Add a little playfulness,
Yes.
It keeps you feeling youthful.
Come on. It's a state of mind.
Yes. So I was thinking about that. Anyway, so my do's today include pearls, poetry, and power ballads. All the P's. A lot of P's today.
Ballad. I love a power ballad now.
Power ballad.
Yes.
And poetry and pearls.
And pearls.
All right. So that's what we're working with. Okay. What we're not going to do, there's no browsing, there's no assumptions, and there's no speakerphone.
Oh, I am really bad about the speakerphone. I'm like, I'm that person. I'm the people. What is it? The people that turn into their parents.
Oh, are you? Are you in public with the speakerphone?
Girl, I'll be walking down the hall of my apartment building with my speakerphone on, having a whole full-blown conversation with people. I'll be outside walking around on speakerphone.
I know you have a pair of Bluetooth headphones,
and I do. But they sometimes they come out after a while. I'm like, no, it's on my nerves.
I understand.
But I am very much, I'm like, I'm old now. It's speakerphone for me.
My problem with it is I want to be hands-free. So I want the headphones because I don't want to have to hold the phone anymore. Yeah. And if I can put the phone in my pocket and still engage in conversation. But that also kind of feels old because then I will do that out in public. And then I have my little headphones in. And I think people are like, are you talking to me? Like, I'm like the old man with the Bluetooth headpiece, I
did that the other day. I was shopping at TJ Maxx. I was probably in there for 2 hours. I was on the phone with my friend and I had my little earbud in and I'm just walking around the store. I'm filming shit, talking to her.
Just vibing out in TJ Maxx.
Yeah. People around me okay, she's talking to somebody. We just on the phone. Yeah. My phone is in the little basket with the rest of my items.
Because you don't have to look at it. You just right. Yeah. I think I'm just I'm also old. I'm just old in a different way.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't want other people to hear. I know I can control what I say, but I can't control what the other people say on the other end of the phone.
Yes.
And I don't. Yes. I'm not always good at being like, hey, you're on speakerphone. So, I don't want to.
See, I'm there's a limit with it. Like that instance, I wouldn't have been on speakerphone. So that I had the earbud in. I wouldn't be in a building, I think.
Yes.
Other than my apartment building in the hall.
Well, the hallway feels different than a store.
Right. In a store. Because people do that. And you're like.
Yeah.
One, I don't want to hear your whole conversation.
Right.
And it's weird. I'll be at the laundromat and people will be doing that shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Just on the phone with somebody folding their clothes and stuff. I'm like,
on FaceTime, no less.
Yes.
People love to be on FaceTime. And I'm like,
yes.
I like to send, I've told you about this. I like to send a Snapchat video so you can open it at your leisure. You can see what's going on. But if we're just on FaceTime, you're seeing everything. You're getting me at all these weird angles. Sometimes I gotta put the phone down and you're looking at the ceiling. I don't want to face the phone towards me the whole time. But if you're not looking at me, then what's the point? I don't know.
Yeah. I feel weirded out half the time when someone calls me. I'm like, oh, it's a video call. Hold on. Then you gotta figure out am I dressed? Wait a minute.
Yes.
Am I appropriate to be on the? No, don't call me.
Yeah.
You got to let me know you're about to call me on video now.
Right. Because if I'm in my house, there's a good chance that I'm naked. Because it's my house and I'm.
It's some various degree of dress.
Yes, exactly. But I also
I'm comfortable.
I don't have that many friends that will call me. I'll talk to my mom on the phone for a long time. Her and I, she called me a couple nights ago and we talked for an hour. And then I saw her again yesterday. We, it's a whole thing. We just kept, we had a lot to talk about. We had a lot to gossip about.
Yes.
But I have one friend that will call me because she'll call me to be like, hey, are we still doing this thing tonight to coordinate? And sometimes I get that because that's easier than texting back and forth about plans. But she won't call just to chat. I think I only have one or two friends. It's mostly my out of town friends that I talk to on the phone.
Yeah.
Because then we get on here and we this is basically FaceTime for us.
Yeah.
But occasionally Taylor Castle will call me and we'll talk on the phone. But that's a once a month check in or something like that. Once every couple months or whatever. But I'm not on the phone that much.
I wasn't for a while. I feel like this has started up more recently. Well, I guess maybe in the last couple of years. I feel like I've been on the phone again more. like with certain people that just like seem to like, okay, we'll just have a phone call. And then like my best friend, we just be on the phone again now. I'm like, this feels like when we were in our 20s, like we just be on the phone and like half the time not talking about anything. I'm like, and that got annoying to me. I was like, I don't want to just sit on the phone. Yeah. You just over there talking to your brother or something. You in the house talking to your daddy. Like, we're very young.
That's the part that like that also gets on my nerves. And I think we are similar in that regard of like, I enjoy my alone time. And that includes like, I can be alone and not be on the phone and be like very cool. I'm like, I just enjoy my own thoughts and my own company and like, and that's no shade to people who do want to be on the phone. I think a lot of that is like safety and depending on who else you're interacting with in the world and that kind of thing. But I don't know. I need space to have my own thoughts happen and not have another voice
there. I feel in here needing to talk to myself and now I'm talking to you.
Yes, exactly. I spend a lot of time in my house by myself talking to myself. But I think it's good. I think it's reflective.
About. Yes. Things need to be discussed aloud.
Aloud. You know what? My friend Violet just said that to me the other day. She was like, I know this is not new, but I really am coming to the idea and like really resonating with the idea that like saying something to yourself out loud is way different than having a thought. Like sometimes you just got to say it out loud to yourself so you can hear it. And I was like, yeah, I think you're right. That's really, you're really truly speaking something into existence. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Or hearing the delusion aloud is different.
Yeah, that too.
When you experience it inside, you're like, yeah, I think we should just sit with that one. We should
test that out.
Glad I said that out loud, Yeah. It sounds different.
And that is also, I think, what a good friend should do is to be like, now, did you hear it the way I heard it? But sometimes you got to test it out on yourself first to be like, no, I don't think I should share that one. I think I
should say that.
Reframe that thought.
Yeah, that was different.
Yeah. Anyway.
So I'm with that. Like, say it aloud. Okay. Let me find my co-star. The co-star says, write them a note. Now, who is them? That's the question.
There is some thems.
There's some thems to be.
Not some they thems, but there is some thems.
Some thems. Not some they.
Not the they thems, but there's some he's.
Happy Pride Month, okay?
Hey, June 1st. Welcome to Pride Month.
Welcome
my goodness.
To this gay ass shit over here, okay?
Yes. I can't wait.
I love it. Okay. Do file cabinets. I read that as organization, which I have plans. I'm like, I've been like looking around my house. I'm like, it's time. We got to get it together.
That's the time. You're about to be off work. You got the summer break. It's time to get organized. Yep.
We're getting organized. So file cabinets, absolutely. Paraphrasing. Okay, keep it short.
Okay.
Ellipses. Pulling a trail off.
So you want me to keep it short, but you also want me to just. Okay. All right.
All right. Okay. And along those lines, don't soapbox.
It's telling you to keep it tight today.
Keep it tight
this
today.
Episode, we are keeping it tight. All right.
Like, this is the shoot the shit. Like, this is the time to let it out.
Let it all go.
So don't let it go today, Christine. Okay. I'll try to keep it together. Magnifying glass.
Okay, so we're not analyzing anything.
We're not going to analyze it too
heavily. All right.
Just keep it simple.
Noted.
All right. And gavels. No judgments.
No judgments. Okay. Oh, man. It's really like all the things that we love to do on a Shoot the Shit episode.
Yeah. Like,
what are we going to talk about?
You gotta just really be careful. Like, is it Mercury retrograde? What's going on? Like,
right? I'm like checking my watch. I didn't think it was, but yeah.
But I think it is actually coming because I think there was like a period that we didn't have any retrogrades, but I think we're probably due for a Mercury retro. No? Okay. We have until July.
Oh, okay.
July 17th is the next Mercury retrograde. So I think that's the next retrograde.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out. That'll be after I start my new job. So, but I would rather not start during a Mercury retrograde. At least I got a couple weeks of feeling it out.
It's like that aligns with, we'll be back to work. It's like this little break. It's actually a perfect break for me, I think, because if I was a 10-month employee with 2 months off, I feel like that's too much time.
That's
I
too
fall
much
so
time.
deeply out of my
Yes,
routine.
I agree.
Like, sis will be just sleeping in until 12, like to 1 o'clock, like just doing just whatever, like just all thrown off. So
Yeah.
5 weeks is like nice little,
It's a good break.
good little break. And then you come back in July when it's hot, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's that'll be interesting given the things that need to occur in July at work. The Mercury retrograde, like,
Oh yeah, it's not a good time for technology to not be working.
right. And it's just like communication breakdowns, not great times for,
Not
as
good for
like a lot
that.
of communication is going to be happening
Yeah.
during that time.
Yeah. Well,
Information being presented. I'm like, oh,
I'm glad that we at
no.
least know it's coming so we
It's
can
coming, right?
prepare
Keep it
for
in
it.
mind.
Look,
Yes.
get your R's out, start reviewing,
Okay.
start reflecting.
Make sure everything is ready. Check
Yeah.
3 times.
Yes, exactly.
My goodness.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll move forward trying our best not to be too judgy, trying to keep it tight.
Man, no judgments. No,
I know.
I mean we're pretty good about not being judgmental, but maybe a judgment will come out. Maybe. Well, I had most of my judgments before we started this
That's right.
recording.
That's right. We've already gotten them out of the way. We usually try to yeah, I know we say this every episode. We do our little pre-podcast recording meetings so we can get the vibes going, get the updates that we
Yes.
need to get. That way we don't have to start naming names on the podcast, right?
Okay.
We get our little check-in
Okay.
out of the way.
Just get it out the way. I was like, let me talk about this situation before we start recording, because if I talk about it on the podcast, people hear things. People start,
People get
what? Pick up on information.
pieces together.
Put pieces together.
That's the worst part about having a low to medium level podcast. That is it almost would be better if we had a big international podcast where we had a bunch of strangers listening. But most people that listen are people that know us personally.
Yes, there's quite a few
Thank you
people
guys
that know
for being
us.
here, by the way.
And we appreciate you. Absolutely.
We appreciate you so much. But you know too much about our lives, so we gotta be careful what we say on here.
Okay, now we have to let me think about that.
Yeah.
I can't really talk about that on air.
Right.
The person I'm talking about might actually listen to this. Oops. Hey, I'm talking about you. Hey. Love you.
You probably think this song is about you, don't you?
Okay.
Okay, well, all that being said, Christine, how are you? How have you been on our little 2-week break?
I have been, man, like all over the place. I feel like it's been busy in good ways and not fully stressful ways, but like definitely just different energy. Like I am ready for a good break from work, just be in my own little space, do my own little activities, run around, get my shit together in my home. I'm looking forward to that. But it's been good. There have been some exciting moments.
Yes.
Some things to, my little Pisces moon just lights up about. Things I've been trying to kind of ignore for a while, but seem to be coming to the surface. So yeah, I saw my twin last night. That was a time.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
Good energy. Good energy.
Happy to hear
What
it.
about you?
I feel like I've similarly been kind of all over the place. Like in the middle of I've been in the middle of a transition this whole year. It feels like my work has been very unstable. So like I was unemployed and then I took a job for a little while and then I got an offer for a different job. And so now I'm quitting the other job and I'm just really ready to be in a place where I'm going to stay for a while. Which I'm excited about. And I'm really looking forward to the new role, but it's just been a lot of like, okay, learn how to do this job. Okay, well, now it's time to wind down at this job. So I had just enough time to get settled and then leave. So just been a lot of work around that. I'm also gonna have a couple of weeks break. I'm gonna have a little summer break. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm glad I had a little bit of transition, like a transitional job, because I think it will make me appreciate the job that I'm going into even more. Just with the kind of work that I've been doing and the level of emotional, I don't know, turmoil that I've had to just, other people's emotions and stuff. It's a big load.
Yeah.
In terms of that kind of stuff. So I think it will make me appreciate this new job way more. And yeah, so I've just been trying to maintain the social life in the midst of all the career transition. I have a couple of things I was going to talk about on the podcast. I was telling Christine before, I've been doing a lot of karaoke lately. Been going out and doing karaoke. It's been like a very fun little stress reliever. Yeah, I don't know. Just vibing, trying to get through.
Trying to get through. Listen, every day, just trying to make it. It's adulthood. This week, my nephew had his pre-K graduation. As the kids were doing, there's several parts of this graduation which were real cute. Like there was like a part where they did like sight words and like some children read, which Micah was a reader, did really great. Now they made sure to say that there were more readers, but these were the readers, the people that wanted to read in public, on the stage,
and good for him. He's and so wanted to get out there.
Mike, I'm like, I'm seeing a budding little performer. Like I'm seeing it. He, I think he does have Gemini and Aquarius placements or something. So I'm like, I can see it. The Gemini.
I was going to ask you, like, what's his rising? What's his moon sign?
I have to pull it up, but I know I think Gemini is in the big three, I believe. He's a Taurus. I mean, he's a Taurus sun, but like, yeah, like there's like I keep seeing this little want to perform kind of thing. Like he's got a little personality to him. Yes. So I'm like, okay, I see it, sir. So
I love that for him.
It was real cute. But one of the kids, so when the kids were coming up to do their little diplomas or whatever, they would read. The kids told them like what they wanted to do when they grew up or whatever. So one of the kids that they read his name, they're like, Dylan wants to be a grown up when he grows up.
You know what?
And we were all like, you know what? Because me too. I was like, me too, Dylan. Me too.
Way to set yourself an achievable goal. Like,
okay,
I want to be a grown
up.
I don't want to specify. I don't know what kind of a grown up I want to be yet, but I know I want to be a grown up.
I'm still trying to be a grown up. So, I get it.
But also, I think the more you become a grown up, the more you, back to what we said at the beginning, you got to keep a little of the youthful energy.
Okay.
With you, okay?
It's kind of trash for real. So, you really should try to stay a child, but not too long.
Don't grow up too much. Just enough. Just enough to have your shit together, but like, be a little bit.
Keep it light.
Keep it light. There you go.
Keep it light.
Keep it light.
As light as you can for as long as you can. But it was a time. Like the kids were real cute. Very proud of Micah. He was real cute. They sugared him up at the end, and I saw I saw a very sugared Micah, and I was like, you will not. You and TT will not be doing all this sugar.
No.
That's wild right there.
It's crazy. It's like watching, when you see toddlers have a bunch of sugar and then you watch them just crash out. It's like watching an adult drink too much. It's literally the same thing. And I'm like, I occasionally will go on a little, I'll have a little sugar here and there, and I'll feel like, I can feel it in my body. Like,
I can feel it.
I've had too much sugar. But you don't get that like crazy manic energy in that same way that little kids do. That shit just is like wild to me. It's like, it is a drug for them.
The way at one point they had this balloon arch on the stage, and at the end of the night they're popping the balloons and take it down, and so he was going in and out. So this was taking place in a church too, and so the graduation was in the sanctuary, and so he's running out the sanctuary to the little fellowship hall behind that, and he's like, I was like, he's like, come quick. And I'm like, okay.
Who is this child?
Right. I'm like, okay. And like literally, at the end of the night, we're leaving this thing at like, first of all, pre-K graduation at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.?
7 p.m.
These kids are supposed to be in bed, okay? Yeah, what?
I'm driving from Mount Juliet on these dark roads at 9 o'clock. I'm like, not this starting at 7. Like, I'm leaving at 9 o'clock.
Do you guys know anything about children? Also, traffic at 9 o'clock? That's crazy. I don't miss that about Nashville.
They're doing, road work on 40 right now. And so,
everywhere.
sitting in traffic. I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's 9 o'clock. It's like
9 o'clock.
a Thursday night. I'm like, I'm trying to get home. So, what was the point of that? Like, it was late.
He's on a sugar high.
He had crashed. Basically, we were checking in, like everyone made it home. And my brother said, "Oh yeah, Micah's already passed out." Yep, that's
and
what
I
the
bet
sugar will do.
so good. Sleeping
just
so good.
Zont. Also, let me just sidebar. Can I just say, so funny to me.
Always.
I love. I love them both, but like I love my sister-in-law's brother's husband, like real way.
Wait, I gotta picture this in my head.
So, my brother's wife.
Brothers, yes.
Her brother.
Her brother's. His husband. Okay, got it. Thank you.
I love them both.
I was like, sister-in-law.
I know that sounded like my sister-in-law.
I didn't know he was gay, so that I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so he's gay.
Did I hear that right? Okay, got it.
Yes.
Got it. Yes. Cool.
But we just have our little I don't know.
You have your
it's
little
funny
banter.
To me. We just have our little thing. Like we just be like hugging, girl. We just be hugging for a long time, and we just like in love with each other.
Look,
we have our special little relationship. Happy Pride, like love him.
Honestly, being an outsider of the family, he probably feels more accepted by you.
Yes, absolutely.
There's not a lot of other queer people in the dynamic here, except for the person that he's married to. So that tracks.
So they know, we stand together, okay?
Yes.
But that's my boo thing. I'd be like, we see each other, be like, hey, we just be holding each other, holding hands. I know my parents are probably like, what is going on?
What's happening here? Like
because we're not all usually in the same space unless it's like something about like for Micah.
Yes.
So it's funny when they see me with them because I'm like, these are my people, honey.
Yes.
We love you, yes. Like,
Happy Pride,
honey. We love our gays, honey. Okay.
Yes. I love that.
Like, you don't have to love it, but we love it. So things from the graduation. I'm like, Micah was on 100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll happen. That's I was gonna say I don't think I feel those same effects of sugar like that, but then I was thinking about. So I'll just circle back around to this because I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
The karaoke thing. So 2 weeks in a row, I ended up at karaoke. A lot of the people that I'm around right now, like my friend group, really loves to do karaoke, and I have not historically been a karaoke gal. I've been a little more reserved, but now I'm like, none of these people are good at it. I'm not a good singer. It doesn't matter. We're having fun, and I have, I don't have the voice, but I do have the charisma for karaoke. That's what I like to say.
Yes.
But I was thinking about this bar that we were at, and part of the reason probably that I started doing karaoke is because they, have this little shot deal. It's like, come in, get a $3 shot. And I'm like, that's normally not my vibe.
Right.
But I'm like, sure, whatever.
Let's do it.
For whatever reason, this bar that we've gone to twice to do karaoke, I'll do one shot, and it's always just like whatever. It's like a mystery shot, but it's always something very sweet. And so like a lot of sugar there. And then I started, so no judgment was one of the things earlier. I started drinking twisted teas at the bar, and they're so good. They're so good. I don't know what. Sam and I went to Florida last summer, and we got a case of twisted teas, and I'd never really had them before. And I was like, damn, these are really good, but they're so sugary.
Some of those they are good, but they can be pretty damn sugary. Yeah.
That's not usually my vibe. I'm usually very like tequila.
Keep it straight.
That's not normally the vibe. But like for whatever reason at this bar, I was drinking these sugary ass shots and I was drinking twisted teas. And maybe that is what gave me the confidence to do karaoke and the charisma to do karaoke. So maybe I was having a sugar crash out, actually. Like maybe I was having an adult sugar crash out, and that's how I got here.
I love it.
I put this later in the episode outline, but since we're here, I did want to ask you, Christine. Ooh. So I don't know when the last time you did karaoke was, but because I've done it a couple of times in a row and just had a lot of fun with it, I started a playlist of karaoke songs, and now I have my go-tos, the one that like if you're not really sure what the crowd is, like, okay, you can do this karaoke song because everybody's gonna love it. What is your go-to karaoke song?
Okay, I have hard times nailing specific things down.
Yes.
But I'm like, okay, there's
If you
some
want to think about
artists.
it, I can tell you what my go-tos
Okay.
are.
Okay.
So lately, my number one go-to song has been "No Scrubs" by TLC because everybody knows the words to that song.
Yes.
I like to pick things that I know other people are going to get excited about and sing with me.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Strategy.
So then all the focus isn't on me and my voice. Right. So I'm like getting the crowd going. Everybody loves that song. Everybody goes,
yes.
Don't want no scrubs. Right. Like,
yes.
That's a good one. And then if I'm really feeling myself, I sometimes will do Before He Cheats by Carrie Underwood.
Okay.
Because people also
classic.
love that song and it's good. Everybody likes to sing it. Everybody knows it for the most part. So those are my two, depending on what the vibe is. Like I'll pick one of those two to start. Sometimes I'll get a little, go somewhere else with it depending on the crowd, but those are the classics.
I'm with it. I feel like, what I know is I can always go to some Beyonce.
Always. Like, yes.
Take It Back to the B-Day album. We can take it to Destiny's Child. People love Destiny's Child.
Yes.
Like, I know I can get into that space karaoke wise. Now, what my heart wants is to sing ballads.
You want to get up there and do sad girl karaoke. Right. You want to sing sing power ballads. That was one of my dues today. Okay. Like, you want to do a power ballad. I want to get
up there and sing some Luther Vandross, Honestly, I don't know if everybody's in that space. Well, he has upbeat music too. But but I want to sing a ballad. So,
Yes. No, that's valid. Valid ballads.
Valid ballads. Okay.
And just watching, it's such a fun social experiment to me to like be in a karaoke bar watching people. Cause like their choices, I think, say a lot about them. Because some people will just get up there and it's like they are singing. Yeah. Right. And it's like, okay, this is your moment. Like you're really.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
a moment like this, Kelly Clarkson. Some people wait a lifetime. Okay.
Yes, I have a friend that always does. What's that song? I'm in the corner watching you. Do you know that song?
I'm trying to go. I'm like, okay.
I'm like, I'm not gonna sing anymore. I'm not a good singer. Sorry. I got very self-aware as soon as I started. It's like I'm in the corner watching you kiss her. Whoa.
Okay, no, I don't think so.
I don't know. It's Robin maybe sings that song, but it's kind of sad. And she's a good singer, so it's like if you can get away with doing sad karaoke, if you can actually sing, and I know you can actually sing, so it's fine. I can't, so I have to do like fun upbeat
you gotta keep it
songs.
Fun and upbeat.
Like I can't get up there and nobody wants to hear somebody do a ballad poorly. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
I can't get up there and sing Celine Dion because I cannot hit those notes. Okay.
You got to know your range too. Okay. That's why you got to know where your songs are because there's some, some things are not in my range and I'm not going to be attempting on any stage.
You gotta know thyself.
Know thyself. You better be practicing at home. Okay. Shout out to Tish. Baby, come with your own.
And Will.
Karaoke ready. Okay.
She will.
Where is my mic? Give me my mic.
I miss her.
I miss Tish.
I miss her so much. She popped up. She commented on one of my TikToks the other day and was like, "Hold on, I think I missed something. You eat meat now?" I was like, "Oh yeah, girl."
Because everybody's like, "What's going on with Shelby? Is she eating meat?"
I know. I forgot. I was a vegetarian for so long. Yeah.
Like, what's really going on? She got divorced. Is she eating meat? Like, what's happening?
She's a whole new lady now.
Whole new lady.
I was like, "Yeah, girl, it's a long story, but I do. It's a real long story. I'm not getting into it right now."
So what had happened was,
yeah, I'll catch you up sometime.
Right.
Yeah. Like, but anyway, so you're up there singing ballads.
Where, what really I probably will go with is Beyonce, but what I want to do.
What you want to do.
Yes. Now, it just depends on what level of like intoxication that I am on.
Yes.
So how deeply we're going to get up here and just sing down.
I always, the other thing, and I know this is problematic of me, so I'll just say it, but like when I get drunk, I want to rap karaoke, and I know I do not have the talent for that. Like I really don't. but I want to. So the one night that I went out and it was like just me and my friends doing karaoke, there was not a lot of other people in the bar. We were just fucking around and having fun. Me and a friend of mine did International Players Anthem together. It's a duet, and it was really bad.
Okay.
But like, it's a good song. It's a really good song, and I'm like, I always want to go there, and I'm like, you got to stop doing that. Like, you're not good at it.
I mean, if you got it, you got it. Like, if you got it, you got it.
It's just it's like you really have to know the words, and that is the one. Not the one, but it's one song that I know very well.
Me too. I'm like, now if you can do it,
but the problem is it's fun for me. The first like minute and a half is so fun, but then you gotta do the whole song. You gotta
know all the other people's parts.
Yes.
And the syncopation of everybody's rap. Like,
exactly.
And how
and I do know all the parts, but it's only it's only fun for the first minute and a half, and then and everybody's like, oh cool, this is a good song. Yeah. And then everybody's like, okay, that's enough. I've had enough of that.
Like, they want to hear Andre's part, coming in the beginning. Like, yes. And his part is like, it's kind of funny, like, to listen to, like, so it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, after that, it's like, you have to really enjoy the song.
That was another thing that I was thinking about the other day when I did No Scrubs, and I just, at the end of the song, you realize how many times they just say the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah. Like, they just start over the verse again, the chorus. Yeah. I'm still here saying, I don't want no scrubs again and again. You say it like 10 times. I'm like,
you can go ahead and cut it.
Go ahead and fade me out. Just,
Yep, you can go ahead and fade me out. Do a mic drop.
We get the point. Like, we don't want no scrubs. We're good. We've had enough.
Like, we've had enough. See, sometimes you realize some songs were kind of run on. Like, we could have kept that at about 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
We didn't need it to be a 3.5 minute song. The last minute and a half was just this, we could put on and on. Put another verse in there or something. I don't know.
I'm telling you. Even the radio, they fade that right on out and blend into another song.
Yes, they do. They keep it moving. That's right.
It's like, all right, it's getting repetitive. Oh, let's move on. We don't want to lose them. No.
Yes, yeah.
Because that'll be when I change the channel.
Keep the vibes up. Keep the vibes up, okay? Don't fade it out. We don't want to hear the I don't know.
That's great.
So I've been up to, what have I been up to? I've been doing a lot of karaoke.
Yeah.
On the weekends.
I love that. I love that.
You said that earlier. You said, when I go out, I don't want to just sit there and drink. I want an activity.
Yes.
And I think I'm too old to just sit there and drink, especially when I've seen these people and like we've talked about all the things. So I'm like, I can only
I
bring
need
up
something else. I just, I'm like, maybe it's the Aries placements. I don't know. Like, I'm just like, we're just sitting here and just having a drink. Or I'm like, it's cute. It's real cute. But I'm like, I don't want to do this often. Like, just every once in a while. But like, I need to go do things. I want to go play pickleball. Like, I want to, I want to be active. Like, I really want to be active.
Well, and the problem is, I can sit there and just drink and have a conversation, but like, that's when I start feeling like I need to drink more, so I'm more sociable. Yeah, and it's not good for me. Like, if I have something to do, like karaoke, or like we're playing a game, or I don't know, just anything like that feels less like I need to. And I know that's a me problem. I'm like, I don't have to keep drinking, but like,
you don't. But it's like, that's what you're there to do.
That's the activity.
That's the activity. And I think that's my issue, is the activity is drinking. And I'm like, I really don't drink that much anymore anyway. I'm already, I'd already hit the tree before I got here. So I'm already on my vibe. I don't really need anything else. But now we're here to do this thing, which is to drink and sit here. Yeah. And look at the views and,
And that's how I get too drunk. Right? It's like, it does help though if I smoke a little bit before I go out, or I take an edible before I go out, because then I can just like vibe. But then that's always risky too, because then I'm like, every once in a while I'll hit it just a little too much, and then I'm like, there's too many people in here.
Yep.
way more self-aware than I want to be. Most of the time I can just roll with it and it's nice and it's
Yeah.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
But especially if it's a brand new environment, I'm like,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was smooth yesterday, but I did wish that I had brought my vape with me. I was like, man, I just should have just
let's keep
brought
these
that
good
shit
vibes
with
going.
me. Like, because that last drink I told Shelby, I'm like, we went to this rooftop bar. We go there, I guess, enough now at the W Hotel in Nashville, and it's just so expensive. And it's a nice view. It's a very chill vibe. Last night they did actually have a nice DJ that there was some great vibes going. They had some R&B, like some
We
some
love
beats,
that.
and like it was, I was dancing. I was like, okay.
Mhm.
But most of the time it's very low key.
Yeah.
I was telling Shelby, I'm like, I paid $30 for this one drink, and I
That's
just can't
so much.
get over that. Like,
Especially when you told me it was a fucking margarita.
it was a margarita. It was a spicy margarita
Not
with
that
reposado.
I love a spicy marg, don't get me wrong, but like I can go down to the Mexican restaurant and get a whole pitcher for
hello.
$12.
And that's what I be trying to tell my friend. I'm like, listen, we can go over here to Las Palmas and we can have a good old time and spend about $35.
And there's chips. And there's chips and salsa.
Chips and salsa. Nothing is expensive. Like,
Right.
hey.
Right.
Let's just be reasonable about this.
Yeah. I'm all for I love to explore a new place and check out like the scene. I like to be on the scene.
We like the scene.
But I had an experience recently where we went on a double date with some friends and we went to this restaurant that is very like new and exciting and whatever, very hyped up, and it's very cute, it's very aesthetic, all the dishes are very aesthetic, the drinks are very aesthetic, and we went and the food was trash. The food was not good. And I was like, I'm not coming back here. This sucks. Like, I'm not paying this much. I don't care that much about the aesthetics. Like,
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I'm like, well, my apartment's aesthetic. Like, just go home. Like, it's an aesthetic in here. Like,
and I'm already paying for that.
And I'm paying for that. So every month. So like, it's like, get you aesthetic at home and enjoy it. Like, I mean, it's cute, but that's all it is. I'm like, we're watching these videos, and I think that's the thing, as a person that creates content myself, but we watch other people's content, especially about going out, and you see this like scene and you see all these people having a great time, and like, oh, I gotta go to that place because they're having a good time over there. And what we talked about is like, you have to bring the good time. Like,
you have to bring the good time.
Yeah.
Yes. That, and I think I'm also like, I know that I am a good time. I can be a good time anywhere. I don't need the aesthetic vibe to have a good time, right? Like,
I surely do not.
The place is not going to do it for you if you are not putting in the effort to have a good time.
Right.
It's very attitude based. It's like, what are you bringing?
What are you bringing to the table? That's me all day. I'm like, look, we can go over here to the park. We can go to these free events. Like, I'm all about it. Like, I'm not, again, I like to buy my bags. So I'm not trying to spend all my money on alcohol over here at this little aesthetic bar or over here at this little rooftop. Like, I done seen Nashville. I live downtown. I see downtown all the time.
You get the view all day, every day.
But that's fair.
The view up there is nice. I've been up there as well. But like, once you've seen it, you've seen it. And
every once in a while, but like not a regular practice. I need more.
Yes.
I agree. The Little Mermaid. I'm like, it's got to be more out there.
There's got to be more out there, and I know that there is in that city. There's no shortage.
There's so much to do in Nashville. Yeah, I'm like, I want to get into like the little niche things now, or the little just stuff that you didn't think about doing. And I'm like, honestly, for my friend who is, very actively looking for a partner, I'm like, yeah, get into some of these different kind of activities, and you might actually meet a different kind of person than the people that you've been running into.
Yeah, I feel like I talk about it all the time, so I don't want to keep harping on it. because I also think it's kind of roller derby is kind of a cult, but it has opened an entire community of people to me. Like,
yes,
it's a community of people with a niche interest, and now I can go to any city, any major city probably has a roller derby league, and I can be like, hey, oh, I know so and so, and they played on this league, and blah blah blah, and like,
yeah,
it's a community of people where we all have something in common, and I think it's hard to meet people as an adult and to make friends as an adult at all, let alone meet a partner out in the wild. Because we were just talking about people are kind of weird about meeting strangers and making connections and that whole thing. But at the same time, like it's possible. Like I think there's a lot of messaging around like, oh, it's so hard. There's nothing we can do. It's like, no, I just met an entire community of people through this one niche fucking interest that I had, and now that's like I have that for life. Like,
yeah, I'm like, get a hobby. Like, get a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that's the way to it. Start doing things. Like, you won't meet people. Like I said all the time, I'm not looking at this point. I'm not actively looking. I'm like, if somebody come along,
makes
cool,
their way
like,
into my space.
Yeah, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not actively like on any apps. I'm not dating and like not doing anything like that. So I'm like, it's whatever. But yeah, like be active and do things. Like that's how you meet new people and you find people with common interests.
Yes.
As you do.
Yeah.
Hopefully outside of drinking. Like, like find something else. Like, fine, go to the bar, but like have some other things going on too.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I don't know. I also think that there's something to be said for it's like the intention around joining a hobby sometimes is like, oh, I'm going to do this to meet people. And I kind of think that you sort of have to
do it for you.
Do it for you and make sure it's something that you have genuine interest in outside of what, like, I don't know. I know it's always, I feel like it's really corny to say this. And all my friends who are like in the dating world are like, Shelby, shut the fuck up. Cause I'm like, as soon as you're not trying to meet someone and you're like focusing, it's like, that's when that shit happens.
When it happens.
I don't even feel like I have room to say that because I'm like, well, I'm good. I'm not seeking it out. But at the same time, I don't know. It's easier to meet people when that's not the intention. I actually had a conversation the other night. Again, fucking karaoke. I keep coming back to that. But I was at this bar and a friend of mine introduced me to somebody and was like, oh, this is the owner of the bar. And I was like talking about, all this stuff. Like while we were having this conversation, a bunch of people kept coming up to me and being like, are you okay? Is this guy bothering you? Do you need help? And I was like, I'm just having a platonic normal conversation with a stranger.
Yeah.
And I'm good. As it turned out, he did ask for my number at the end and I had to be like, respectfully, no, I've enjoyed this conversation, but no, we ended up talking, him and I, in that conversation, he was like, you know what? I kind of felt like I wasn't even sure if I should ask because you weren't really giving off that energy. And he said, when people are open to that, it feels like most of the time that I engage with people, they're like very like, that's like the first.
They lead you with that.
I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, but it was like basically what he was describing is like when people are open to that, that's the energy they're giving off and you feel it really heavily. And he was like, I didn't really feel that with you, but I thought you were cool and we had a cool conversation. So I was like, well, I might as well ask.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's a respectful no. Like we've had a nice conversation, but
shoot your shot.
Like, yeah, sure. I'm not going to be mad at you for doing that because
I'm just gonna be respectfully, I have to decline.
Yes, there's like a culture of like, I can't believe you would ask for my, whatever. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be mad at you for that. Like, I'm not interested, but that doesn't. I mean, you're a bad person. You're a bad person. It doesn't mean anything about me that I'm not interested. Like,
doesn't have to be a negative exchange. It's just like, oh no, well, I appreciate. I'm flattered. But no.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe I think a lot of people would hear that and be like, you need better boundaries, which is probably true. But at the same time, I'm like, whatever. This is we're making human connections.
Why can't you just talk to a person? Just having a conversation.
Yeah. We've all kind of lost we've lost the scripts. We've lost there's a phrase and I can't think of what it is. You know what I'm saying? When people say, oh, we've lost the blah, blah, blah. Like we've just lost the ability to remember how to genuinely connect with people.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad.
Like, I think we're talking about this. I feel like my supervisor was talking about this the other day, and I can't remember or when. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we were talking about it in my evaluation, maybe we were talking about it in retreat, I don't know. But she was saying a similar thing about like we feel like we're more connected because we have all these ways to connect. Really, when it comes to like actually being in person with one another, it's so hard to like just sit and have a conversation with a person.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, why is it so hard? Yeah.
And so it's very interesting. Just, being out and meeting people. But, for that same reason, I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna join like a pickleball club or something. Like, because I want to play, and I've been seeing like now there's more spots that I found, like more little clubs or whatever. And so there's one that I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna go. Like, they have a free clinic that you can go to, and then they kind of try to rope you into the classes and the beginner stuff or whatever. And I'm like, cool. And then I can meet some people that also enjoy playing, so I don't like trying to find somebody like who wants to play pickleball with me,
right?
Like just
no,
know where people are
who
playing.
Already,
also interested in playing, and maybe beginners, and like meet people there that want to play, and then just go there and play. Like, and you just have a little community. Like, that's how it happens. Like, just make some friends.
A friend of mine plays too, and she has, like, last time I talked to her, she was like in a league, but she's very like competitive about it, right? So I think it cracks me up because I think that there are people that she like joined this one league that's very specifically like, these are people who are taking this shit seriously. I'm like, okay, well, if I were to do it, I think I need something that's a little more like, oh no, we're just
hitting the ball around. Yeah, we're just having a good time hitting the ball around. Yeah.
So I think that there's like levels to it, and I think that's another thing I've kind of discovered about, again, with the roller derby, is like there are people who like that is their whole life, that is their major hobby. They travel to do it. It's like a really, and I'm competitive to a degree. Like, there's like a medium level of competitiveness where I'm at, where I'm like, I want to, but I also just want to have fun. Like, So I don't know. That's like community within community, even. Of like the level. Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to see, like, once I start, like, where I'll find myself. Because, I do have a bit of competitive about myself. It's not, I don't think it's too much. Yeah, it's like, but it's there. And like when I start playing things and get into it, like, I start counting, like, oh, okay, well, that's me. I got that one. Oh, I got that point. Like, and then I kind of want to win, So, I could see it. I don't know if I would get to the level of like travel, but I don't know. You never know how we're. Look, I'm about to quote Mana. You never know how far you'll go. Oh Lord. I saw a clip on line this week of, I think it was on Reddit. Oh, it was on Black People Twitter Reddit. Someone had posted a video of a plane, like on a plane, this little girl is singing Moana, the you never know how far, whatever the song is called. She's singing it on the intercom on the plane. Now, that sounds like an moment, but also
it sounds cute.
You're on the airplane, and don't nobody want to get out.
Right. If they just
she was an older girl, she wasn't like a baby girl. I'm sorry, this was like maybe like an 11-year-old. Now, she was singing well, but also we're on a plane. And
we're not
nobody
here for that.
Wants to hear that on the plane.
I was picturing like a 3-year-old.
And no, they were sorry. I was like, let me clarify.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did. Child. I was like, it's your first time on an airplane. Like, let me give you that. Who gave this girl the intercom? Like, yeah.
It appears that like whoever, like, it looks like her mom was next to her, but maybe her mom, I don't know if her mom was one of the flight attendants or not. I don't know. But I'm like, why would they let this child just get on here and sing? Like, somebody in the comments said it looked like, and it also looked like the plane was on the ground. And so then that's even more annoying because, like,
oh my God, if I was just sitting on the tarmac, like, no.
And this child is singing, like, no. Like, get she's her trying to
boost.
Here.
She's like, let me boost the morale for you guys. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm here for at all, actually. Yeah. No.
Okay. I have to take a technology break.
You know what? I was about to say, I'm about there as well. Yes. It's a good time. Let's do it. We'll take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
All right. Hey, we're back from the break. That was only like 1 second for you, but it was time
much
for
longer
us.
than that for us.
Time passed, okay? It's a timeline jump for you.
That's
but,
right.
You know, we were
Here
there for the expanse of
probably
time.
about 30 minutes into the future right now. So,
right?
yeah. Okay, so I think we had a couple of things we wanted to wrap back up on our check-in about our hobbies and all of that kind of thing. So what other things have you been getting into?
So I was just gonna share, I forgot when I was talking about my nephew earlier in the show to share this piece. Now, let me ask you this. Have you heard of the Black Goodbye? Do you know what the Black Goodbye is?
I don't think that I do. I'm familiar with the Irish goodbye, which is when you just leave without telling anybody. Okay. I'm familiar with the Midwestern goodbye, which is you take 30 minutes because you have to talk to everybody. I don't know if the Black Goodbye is similar to that.
So the Black Goodbye is similar. So there are stages to the Black Goodbye, but it is very much like you start talking about, we're about ready to leave,
Yes.
And, it's a conversation, and it may be 1 to 2 hours before the leaving actually happens.
Yes.
But there's conversation and there's advancement. We move to the door, we start, talking there.
Yes.
The door is open. We talk some more. We make it down outside. We get to the car. We're talking 1 foot, 1 leg out, still out the door of the car.
Windows down.
We're talking,
still
windows down. Yep. And then, eventually they make it out. So this is the Black Guy. It happens in all functions. Like I go to my homegirl's house. Like we see each other fairly, regularly because, we do this little schedule, this little pickup thing. And always the Black Goodbye. Whenever I go there, we talk, we just talk, and I'm like, okay, I'm about to go. Maybe an hour later, I actually leave. She's like, do you want to come sit down? I'm like, yeah, let me just come on sit down.
All right, yeah, let no, we're still in this.
I'll be trying to talk by the door like I'm going to be here just a few minutes. I'm like, yeah, let me just come on sit down. Some days, But
I drive
the Black Goodbye.
myself crazy with that shit because I absolutely partake in this type of goodbye frequently. I do this all the time. Sam is always like, text me when you get home, text me when you're about to leave so I know you're good or whatever when I'm out and he's at work or whatever. And I do this all the time where I'll text him, this happened the other night. It's like 11:30 and I was like, I think I'm gonna leave pretty soon. I'm getting ready to go. And to him that means you be out the door in like
in a few
15, 20 minutes.
Yes.
A full hour later, I'm sitting in the car. And the same thing happened. I told my friend I was going to give her a ride home. And I was like, I'll be ready to leave about, 15, 20 minutes or whatever. And she's like, okay, cool. And then, 20 minutes, I'm like, I'm going to finish this drink and then I'll be there and then we could go. She's like, okay. And I'm like updating her along the way. But I'm like, I should have just started with like, here's where I start the goodbye process. And in 45 minutes, I'll see you again. And maybe we'll be ready to get out of here.
Yes. So, I think we've talked about when my brother married my sister-in-law, like Jenny, who was white, like she had to learn the Black Goodbye because, like, Chris be like, okay, we ready to go, and Jenny's like, okay, great,
she's
got
packing
stuff
up
on.
the
She
things.
at the car, like, we ready? Why are y'all still talking? Why are y'all still inside?
I
thought we were leaving. So she, had to learn that, but also now she will speed the process up sometimes. Yes. Like, all right, we really have to.
And
go.
You know what? Frankly,
we're going.
Sometimes I need someone to speed the process up for me. Like, I think you have to have one person in the family who's like,
somebody's just like, all right,
I got places.
Rudder, like, let's move this thing along.
Yeah,
she does great. So the thing is, so now Micah has started to. We commented the other night after his graduation. Again, in late into the evening. We're outside at 9:00. Micah is, we're all talking at the car. Micah's going to the car, getting a book that he got from the library, and he's showing us his book, and we're talking about the book, and now I'm talking to him about going to the library. We're just having a whole time.
Yeah.
And like, oh, Micah has started to pick up on the Black Goodbye. Like, we stay, we linger.
We're
going
leaving,
to linger a while.
Yes.
We're getting ourselves ready to go. Like, let's talk some more. Let's get to the car. Oh, look at this. Let me show you this. Let's talk about this over here.
If you want to leave at a certain time, you either, you got to start the process at a specific time. And now there have been situations where I'm like, you know what? A good Irish goodbye is not always the worst thing. Because sometimes I just don't have the energy to continue carrying on the conversation. Depends on where I'm at. So sometimes I'm like, I'm just going to sneak out of here. I'm going to text everybody and be like, made it home safe. Thank you so much. Sorry,
I'll be honest with you. I'm very fond of an Irish goodbye. I'm like, but I'm about to slip
now I'm
out.
gone. Yeah, now I'm gone. We had a great time.
Leave? I did leave.
I did.
I'll see y'all later.
It depends on the set and setting, I think. If it's if you're out at a bar, there's a lot of people or a big party, I will occasionally do the old Irish goodbye. Now, if it's like less than 10 people, they're going to notice if you're gone.
Right. You can't really sneak out. You either have to just be like, hey, I'm about to head out, or you got to suffer through it.
Exactly. I love that.
So yes, that was my little note. I'm like, my nephew is, he's 5 now. He's started to pick up on the black goodbye.
On the social cues. And you said he has a Gemini placement? Yeah.
And I was supposed to look up what that was. But
he's gonna come very naturally to that, I think.
Yeah. He can talk now. He can definitely, he want to talk to you.
Yes.
TT. Like, oh, uh-huh. Yeah, okay. You just are going like, okay, yeah.
While you're looking that up, I know this is like way later in the episode outline, but I don't want to forget to talk about the Gemini jailbreak.
Yes.
Because the things that have been happening in New Orleans as of late. Have you seen anything about the Annabelle doll? Let's. Sorry, so many things. I'll let you look for your thing and then remind me to talk about that as we talk about the Gemini jailbreak, because New Orleans is really just having a moment right now.
Oh my God. Okay. See, like, what is going on in New Orleans? Okay. So real quick. No, wait. Okay. Come back. All right. So here's what we got. He's a Taurus sun. He's an Aquarius moon. He's got a Gemini Mercury and a Gemini Venus. An Aquarius Mars.
Shout out Aquarius Mars gang.
Aquarius Mars. Libra rising. Leo midheaven. So it's in there. There's some performance. It's in there. So
there's
like some Gemini, some Leo. Like the stage might see him. He might find the stage.
Yeah, and good for him.
Yeah,
I think the Gemini Venus as well. Yeah, it could happen. I could see it.
So I'm like, okay, we've got some things going on there. Definitely just heavy on the air. I'm like, man, that's going to be interesting as he gets older. Like, see his little personality develop, because he is very heavy on the air. He's got that earth sun, but everything else is air. And
he's pretty chatty, right? Like, I feel like every time you talk about him, he's very chatty.
He's very chatty.
Gemini, very Aquarius. Yeah, the air is coming out for sure. I'm glad he has a Taurus overall to kind of ground that, because I think otherwise that could get you in trouble.
Yes. I'm like, I am interested to see, like, developmentally, like, when you see people that don't have any water, or, like, I don't think I have any air outside of, like, I think maybe one of my outer or my in the middle planets are Libra. But outside of that, like, I don't think I have any air really in my chart. So it's really interesting when you have, and I'm like, well, it kind of makes sense sometimes.
Yeah. I could see it. Although I feel like I always think of air as being very conversational, and I feel like that we hardly ever have a lull in the conversation. Like we're good like that,
I think, like, part of what I think about is, like, the mental processing. And I think when I find myself around a lot of air people, the processing is so much faster than mine is.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. No, that does. Because I will just keep rapid fire.
And I'm like, I got to really, like, sit with things and let things wash over me before I, like, have an opinion about things. So it's interesting, like, when I'm around a lot of other air placements, because they're just...
Yes. No, that...
Yeah.
It's funny, because I think I told you about the conversation I was having with a stranger the other night, and I clocked immediately. I was like, this is an air sign. Like, because there was immediate just, like, back and forth banter, and I was like, oh, this is an air sign. It was a Libra. It was a Libra. And I was like, yep, I can, because we're just,
you can start to feel the energy.
fast.
It's very, it's interesting how those energies show up. Like, I mean, even like one of my coworkers, I'm like, I mean, he's a water sign, but I'm like, there's fire in there because he's very adventurous. And I'm like, there's fire in there. You just know the energy. I'm like, there's a fire sign in there somewhere. Like,
exactly.
Because you'd be doing too much shit. I'm like, oh, no. That's fire energy.
Absolutely. Okay, so while we're on the subject, Gemini jailbreak, because
Gemini
what the fuck
jailbreak
is happening? Also, happy Gemini season. We're in it. We're in the middle of it. Okay, Pride Month and Gemini season.
Yes,
love to see
it's a time.
It's fun party time in June.
Okay, time for fun.
But yeah, okay, so we saw this come out of New Orleans. Okay, so let me preface with the Annabelle thing. So Annabelle the doll, right?
Yes.
You've heard the legend of such. There was a horror movie based on it. But it's a real doll. And I can't remember where it was initially, but I think it like got taken out of the place. Man, I should have looked this up a little bit on the break. It either got stolen or somebody moved it from wherever it was to now the doll. This haunted doll is lost in New Orleans. And ever since the doll became lost in New Orleans, all this crazy shit in New Orleans has been happening. So they had the fucking plantation burned down, which shout out to that.
Yeah. We're here for the plantation burning. Yes.
Shout out to that. They had the Gemini jailbreak. There was some crazy shit happening at the Madame Tussauds like museum.
The wax museum?
The wax museum. I think some weird shit happened there too. Like just a lot of nefarious activity happening since everybody's like, oh, it's because of the doll. It's because of the Annabelle.
Now listen, let me tell you something. I tell you, I don't fool with New Orleans like that. Like with spiritually, like that city, you know, I've told you many times about that trip when I took with one of our old coworkers. We went to a conference down there and we were in a there was something in that house and I did not sleep the entire week. Yeah. Like I was so tired when we came back because I did not sleep. Like the stuff spiritually in that city, like that shit is real.
Yeah.
There's some real stuff happening. And so now I don't know about but I'm saying like energetically, spiritually, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised.
There's certainly a lot of energy in that place. Like, and it feels very palpable.
Very, very.
Yeah. So apparently these 7 men all escaped from a New Orleans prison by digging a hole behind the toilet and escaping that way.
Come on, Shawshank Redemption.
I was about to say it's so Shawshank. But all of them, and I don't know, like, how do you think that happened? You think they all
Right. They were like birthday breakout? Like,
we're going to get out and have a good time for our birthday. Okay. I mean, like, how do you coordinate such a thing?
Right. Like, that's wild.
Do you think the percentage of Geminis in jail is higher?
Okay, I will say this, and it's going to take me a second to say it, but like, so my brother, also I suspect, I have not seen my brother's chart, but I suspect he has Gemini placements, which, you know, lends to Micah's Gemini placements, maybe. Yes. I don't know.
Yes.
But we always used to say, like, you know, very intelligent, but like just thinks of like, you know, very kind of criminal things. Like, why does your mind work that way?
Right.
Like, and so it kind of lends me back to like, Geminis just think things differently and like with all the possibilities. And I just think if it's going to be somebody that's going to, you know, do the jailbreak and going to be thinking about these kind of different ways to escape or to do something that maybe, you know, to get themselves in jail, right? Like the crime, whatever the crime, like they're always thinking about just like, well, what if I did this?
Right.
Would that be right? You know, like, would that be a crime?
The rest of the chart really has to lend itself to like thinking better of of like,
yes.
Okay, no, I'm not actually gonna do it, but like
maybe like a Sagittarius placement, like it's some Jupiter influence, like a little high, you know, the intentions are a little higher.
Which
Sagittarius is the opposite of Gemini, so you get that spectrum. Like, Sagittarius is like, well, now, we got to be a little more righteous about this.
Right. Yes. We can't just.
Gemini's like, well, I mean, it didn't say this was wrong. Like, it says this. So if I do, like, Gemini gonna find a loophole,
a technicality,
a caveat. Yes.
Exactly. Every time. Every time. Oof.
So that's hilarious. I'm like, not all of them being Geminis. Like, that is the most Gemini shit I've ever heard.
For real. That also reminded me, another little thing that I put in here that I wanted to talk about is I've been seeing this trend, and you might have seen this too on TikTok and on Instagram, where people say like, this is propaganda we're not falling for. Have you seen this? And so I saw a bunch of people doing, here's astrology propaganda that we're not falling for.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you had any like common, astrology stereotypes that you are just like, no, I don't believe that. I'll give you some examples and then let you think about it. But here, so somebody said, astrology propaganda I'm not falling for. Leos are self-obsessed. They're saying, I'm not with that. I don't think that's true. Scorpio men are the best in bed. Tauruses are lazy. Men with Venus and Gemini are cheaters. Pisces men are the most romantic, and Capricorns are boring. Those are the things that they were like, nope, I don't think that shit's true.
With most of that. I think Pisces men being the most, I'm like, well, I guess we've blown the lid off of that myth, so I'm like, yeah, who still believes Pisces men are the most romantic? Yeah. I mean, I think, water sign men, you have to watch out for like emotional manipulation because they're real in tune.
Yes. Exactly.
Sometimes they're not, well, so you still got to make sure they will. But like off the top of my head, myths that I'm not falling for, I don't know that I can call any of. I think those are interesting, like Taurus being lazy, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think Taurus is lazy, but I do think like Tauruses don't mind relaxing.
They like to, they know leisure. When they need to rest. They know when I think, and I would say the same thing about Pisces is like, Pisces are not lazy, but they, it's all in the framing, right? Like they know when rest is required. Yes. And I do love to be leisurely. Like, yeah.
Having the combination of those placements can lend towards a little lazy. Like, look, I'm lazy sometimes. I'm not gonna hold you, but I don't have to be. The Aries kicks in sometimes. So like, all right, let's go.
Okay, we gotta get something done.
Yeah.
I was thinking about because I know I say this a lot about Sag specifically, is like they're big like party, like very. I don't know. A lot of the Sages I know have a big party energy, but I also think the other side of Sag, which was kind of what you were alluding to a few minutes ago, being the opposite of Gemini, like they're very like have a moral high ground too.
Yes.
And so I think that part doesn't get talked about enough with them. So I think that's maybe not exactly the framing of like, oh, it's propaganda we're not falling for, but like, I think we should talk about that side of them more.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I think there are some parts of signs that get played up a lot, and then it becomes like, sometimes it's a negative stereotype. It depends on what it is. Sometimes it's not. But it's like that one piece, that one trait just gets heavily played. And it's like, well, not necessarily, but I think that also gets back to talking about, we're just talking about a sun sign, but if we're looking at a whole chart and you have somebody with a stellium in that energy, they might have you might, if you got a whole lot of Taurus placements, you might be a little lazy because you got a lot of Taurus placements, right? Versus
you got
like
nothing to balance it out.
Yeah. So I think, like even when I was talking about myself, like, the Aries kind of balances out the more, chilled out Pisces Taurus energy.
Yes, exactly. I think, the Aries Mercury, the Gemini moon kind of inspires me to get out and be. I think if I didn't have that, then my Pisces nature would be like very, very sleepy, very in the house.
Yeah, like I'll just be inside. It's like, okay.
I think you saw that that little reel I reposted the other day, the Sailor Moon. It was like Sailor Moon transforming, and it was like your Gemini friend when they changed from their at-home personality to their going out personality. And I was like, this is for real what it feels like to have a Gemini moon as a Pisces. Like,
yes.
You gotta turn on the going out personality.
Go. Yep.
Yes. The other one on here is Capricorns are boring, and I totally agree with that. Because I think, well, not
that they are boring, or that it's a myth.
That it's a myth. I agree, it's a myth, because
I totally agree with that.
Capricorns are not. I think they are structured.
Absolutely.
I don't think they're boring at all. Like, just because you have structure doesn't mean that it's boring.
Yeah.
They're always
I just think they got stuff going on. It might be working.
Right. It might
but
be.
I'm like,
yeah.
I haven't met any boring Capricorns, but I've definitely met a lot more busy Capricorns.
They're always busy. Yes.
They're always busy. They got a lot. I mean, one of our friends, Caroline, I was chatting with her the other day, she's like about to have baby number 3, and I'm like,
congratulations,
girl.
To her. Yes. Okay.
So, life is a lot busier now. She's like, yeah, I got 2 little ones, and I got this 3rd one on the way, and the dogs, and a husband, and all these things going on, and still trying to do therapy somehow. Like, like,
good luck.
Like, tell me about it, sis. Like, you just all kind of things going on, but just different. Like, but she manages probably way better than I would. I'm like, I don't even know. That sounds like very overwhelming to me.
Yeah, truly. But they keep it together.
But it's cute. I love it.
Well, that just made me, I don't know, I saw that and I was like, we should talk about this on the show. So I was thinking, like, okay, if any of the listeners have astrology propaganda that they
let us know,
think that we should not be falling for. Yeah, tell us why.
I don't know, because I think part for me, I get so caught up, like, that's a very fun kind of thing to talk about, and I'm like, I get into the very technical space. Well, I mean, it could be, they got these placements over here. I just get to, like,
because and that, I think you know enough about astrology to be like, yeah, I don't think any of these things anyway, because, like, I'm already deep enough in it to understand that everybody has a little bit of everything in them.
It's complex, right? Yes. There's a lot of complexities to it. So I'm like, no, let's look at the chart. There's something else there,
Exactly. And I also think that you and I are the kind of people that just generally are not, like, we're gonna see beyond the surface of just how people are anyway. Like, even without astrology as the lens that we're looking through, that's just kind of how. Why are you behaving this way?
Right.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
There's something there. It makes me more intrigued. Like, now what's that about? It's like, I don't know if it's the therapist, but I think it's even before therapy. That was what got me into doing therapy. Is like, I was just curious about, like, how people operated. Like, well, what makes you want to do that? Yeah. Or why did you decide that? Or, well, not why, but like, what made you decide?
Tell me about what you were thinking when you did that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm realizing, and again, I'm not going to keep harping on this because I'm not staying in this job, but I'm in a role right now where I'm, like, doing therapy again for the first time in a long time, and it never ceases to amaze me how little some people do that kind of reflection, because that's been my entire life, is like, why did they do that? Like, understanding human behavior has always been interesting to me, including my own.
Right. So that's where it started. Like, why am I like this?
Yeah. Why? Now why am I different than this person?
Right.
But some people just go through their entire lives without asking those kinds of questions. And that is very hard for me to imagine.
The lack of self-awareness is wild sometimes. Like, you don't reflect on these? Like, I reflect on this all the time, like, all the time.
And some people are, like, some people are aware of certain tendencies and traits. And I think they just think, okay,
that's just part of me. If you ever thought about making changes?
Yeah. Nope. Do you know that you have control over this? Like, you could change this about yourself if you wanted to. You're in the driver's
seat. You could absolutely make these changes.
And I say that with the full knowledge that I too have recurring patterns that I have not stopped yet. But like, I'm constantly.
But I'm aware of them. I do know about them. And I'm like,
I'm still asking the questions. I'm still like, I don't know. It just, some people do not do any level of that, and it blows my mind.
And sometimes when you encounter those people, it is truly mind blowing. You're like, what? And then for us, it makes us more curious. Like, how did you get here?
How did you get here? Yeah.
What made this happen?
So when we were off mic, I was telling Christine about a friend of mine and some just talking them through a situation in their lives that has been kind of recurring. She made a comment to me the other day. She's like, why can't I stop doing this? And I said, I don't know. How was your childhood? And like, I said it in kind of a funny, joking way, but like, I'm for real. Like, that's where you got to start looking. Like,
go back.
And, she was like, it was fine. What do you mean? And I was like, what do you mean? What do I mean? That's where everything comes from.
It's
like,
everything.
that's where you start.
It's the roots.
That's where you start.
Let's go back to the roots. The tree has already grown.
Exactly.
It's producing some strange fruit. So let's got to go back to the roots. Like, what's going on at the roots?
What's happening here? Why?
Okay. It's always the roots. Like, yep.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Anyway, that's my thought about that.
Yes.
I think that's the social media recap for the week. The Gemini jailbreak, all the stuff going on in New Orleans, and the astrology propaganda.
That's that. Yeah. I told you earlier, like, I feel like outside of my TikTok pursuits, when I'm on any other social media platform, I feel like the only thing I see is like Blue Ivy and Rumi Carter at the Beyonce. I mean, just every night I'm like, part of me feels like I don't need to see this show anymore because I've seen it in every city. But also, I would still love to go see it.
Of course. If someone wants to buy me tickets, I will gladly go.
I will definitely go.
But I do kind of feel like TikTok kind of ruins concerts to some degree. Because I feel like I got all the big reveals.
You've seen it. Yeah.
I felt the same way about, and I couldn't justify going because I have seen in the last 3 years, I have seen both Kendrick and SZA separately, but now they're on tour together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could see them together. Like, it's not that far.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I can't justify this. But now that I've seen basically the entire show and set list on TikTok, I'm like, I'm good.
I'm good. Cool. I've seen it all. Yeah. I mean, I can at least be assured, like, I've seen the highlights. I've basked in the enjoyments of seeing, the daughters on stage and just doing their little thing. Just, I feel like an auntie, and I'm just like, look at the girls. Look at them. You better go. Just doing all the things. But yeah, like, again, I would love to see it live. I would see it all again. Yes. But I also feel like, well, I've seen it. I've seen the show. Like, I'm cool. She was doing the thing. I'm here for it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's like sometimes it's a pro and a con. I saw a reel just before we started recording earlier today. There was this guy that was just like him, out in the field and just dancing around and like nature and all this stuff. And it's like, what is it, like trying to avoid, videos of the Beyonce tour or whatever. Like, so you're just out here frolicking in the grass, sitting around, just, just being with nature because you're trying to avoid seeing all the content from these. Yep. I'm like, yep, you're going to have to, I hope you see it soon because you're going to be doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Trying to avoid social media because it's everywhere. That's all I see now because, of course, that's all I engage with. So,
well,
it just keeps feeding me more of what I like.
It's going to keep giving you that. Yeah.
Like, you seem to enjoy this. Like, seeing it's the same little piece of the shows from each night, each city. Like,
it's the same
each
routine.
outfit change. I'm like, oh, she's got a fur on this time. Oh, look at this dress. I'm like, oh, that's the only thing that's changing. The outfit's changing.
Right.
And I keep watching it every time. I'm like, oh, it's a new one.
New outfit.
Let's watch it.
I honestly have, and that honestly will make a good little transition into the next topic because I have really been trying to like limit my scroll time at night because it's so easy on TikTok to just be like, because they know exactly what you want to see and
that's what they want.
Showing
they want to keep you on that.
I've been trying to read a book at night. Like I'm trying to get back into reading. I've been trying all year, and I was doing really good for like the first couple months. I think I read like 3 or 4 books in January and February. Yes. And then I just fell off. And now I'm trying to pick it back up again now. So wish me luck. I'm doing my best.
Got it, girl. Yeah, no, I feel like I too recently picked up a book again for the first time in a while. Now, it was an astrology book, but I've gotten back. I'm like, okay, I want to get back into my studies. It's been a while since I really was like in the studies. And I picked up this what is it called? It's astrology, karma, and transformation.
Mm.
So, it's a little on the deep end, but like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm getting so much insight, but it's, yeah, like, I'm like, oh, like I'm getting a lot deeper level information. So it's very cool, but you can only take in so much at a time, because then you got to like think about it. And it's like,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, then I got to like match this with what I've seen, and like, you got to ponder. So I can't like read that. I need a novel. I need a summer novel as well. But
okay, yeah. I have been, speaking of that, I've been on this for a little while. I can't remember if I've talked to you about this. Before the last like couple of years, I was not a fantasy reader. But I'm in the fantasy books now, and I've been reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. Are you familiar with the Okay, it's a book series. Let me preface with these are not good, well written. It's like it's giving sort of Twilight-esque.
Hey, listen, I'm here. I'm here for fun reading, all the reading.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's fun.
Nothing wrong with that.
The first one, I was like, I don't know about this, but then there's big plot twists in the second one, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay engaged. Well, now I made it all the way to the 5th book, and it's a different character. Like, this one is now from a different character who you are familiar with.
Okay.
It's from her perspective.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, sort of. And the whole point of these books, for me, they're in this like fairy realm, right? That's the thing.
She was a fairy. Okay.
She was a fairy. Exactly. She was a fairy. And they are fucking. That's the best part, is like that it's very smutty.
Yes.
It's been that way the whole time. This 5th one is filthy. And I'm like, okay, this was worth it. It was worth it to get through the shitty writing in the first 4 to be like, nah, this one's good. They're getting nasty in this one. Like, okay. So that is what I'm reading right now. I love reading porn. Yes. It feels so much more elegant than watching it.
It is. You're like, so much more, because you have to imagine it. And then like what you see in your imagination. Again, we're Pisces. My imagination is so much better than this, what they just shot on this video. Yes, okay.
Exactly. Yes. And it's in my mind, it's exactly what I want.
Yeah, exactly what I want.
I don't have to search for the thing that I'm looking for, because it's already in here.
It's in there. Oof, I love it, honey.
I knew you would understand.
I told you I used to dabble, in writing erotica myself.
Look, I
want to bring that back. I want to bring that Christine back.
Okay.
Real bad.
Bring
it bad.
What is it? The Zane Christine?
The Zane Christine. Okay, listen. Yes, I'll need to bring that Christine back, because I was doing some writing. I was like, where is that writing in the world right now? Because I had a flash drive that much of that was on, that I don't know that I still have possession.
No, you can't just let somebody else have that. That's right. Intellectual property.
It's my intellectual property, and I'm sure my name is somewhere in there on that drive.
By Christine Crew.
Well, not attached to that, but
okay.
Also, but I had a boyfriend in college that was over the Black student newspaper, and when he found out that I was doing this writing, like, he wanted to publish one of the stories, and I was like, absolutely not. He was like, you can use a pseudonym. I'm like, no. I don't think the students just need to be reading this kind of content in the paper. Like,
in the paper, yeah.
Fucking paper.
There's some like consent involved in that kind of shit. Like, you gotta, yeah. You can't just put that out there for anybody to pick up and read. Like, I need you to choose to read
what?
That. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if I saw something like that in a publication, like a public publication,
I might have concerns. I might. Yeah.
On a university campus. My goodness.
You know what that tells me is he thought it was really good.
He did.
And I believe that it is. Good. Look, the Aries Mercury knows what they're doing with that kind of shit.
Okay. Hello. Definitely. I was like, I got this. I can really, in the Pisces fantasy piece, we got some stuff. I'm like, ooh.
Look. Ooh. It's my specialty. I never write it down, but like I can talk it out. I can talk you through it real well.
Creative director, that scene. Yep.
When I tell you, yeah, the one thing I think I would be a great.
Say it, girl, because...
Let me not even say that out loud.
No, because I was about to say something too out loud that I was like, should I say that out loud?
Should we go into business? Should we just do creative direction for porn? Because, like, There's not
Hello?
enough of it. Okay, there's
seriously,
not enough.
women, especially women. Seriously, that is. We had the same thought at the same time, Shelby.
Okay, the Aries
I would
Mercury
totally do it. I
and the
sure would.
Pisces Sun.
I don't no shame in it.
No, and I look, the Aquarius Mars. The one thing that I know how to do is think outside of the fucking box.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Well, let me know. Well, let's keep talking about it.
I'm gonna table that idea for later.
Like behind the red flag bikini.
Premium content.
Foreign content.
Premium content. Now we don't have to be in it.
We're not gonna be in it. We're directing. We're the creative directors.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be
featuring
other people.
Thrive. Just now, you right here. Now I need you to put some more feeling into this piece right here, and then I want you to say this. I think we could do it. All right.
Now I do want to be there for the shooting.
Yes, of course.
I got it. Well, we're the creative directors, so we are there. Yes,
we have to be there.
Because I'm like, I gotta watch it now.
Obviously. Now
it's like, okay, wait, stop. Okay, do that again. Like, yeah, I like the way you was doing that. Like, have you ever watched a video and like you can tell, like, you might not be able to hear the person talk, but you can hear like the videographer or somebody, or know that they're communicating with them because they start doing different things. Like, it's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic when you know that they're in the, like, they're actively in the room, and they're commenting on things.
Yes. Yeah, you're like, oh, I see. Okay. Oh, we switched to that.
Right.
I see what happened there. Yeah.
Okay. Like you're directing.
Oh, y'all must have had a fluffer come in right here, because this is looking a little different than it was before.
Okay. Listen.
Let me not. I feel like I'm revealing so much about
I know, we're saying so. I mean, we've already told the audience before that we watched for it.
You already know what it is.
We're grown. Okay. Look, don't be listening. Don't have your children. Pause here. Well, don't pause here, but should we put a warning on the episode?
Pause.
Don't listen to this with your kids.
Let's put it in the description this week. Yeah. Okay. We'll put it in the description. There we go.
It's like, just alerts. Like,
this is the shit. Sometimes people will be like, I listen to your podcast, and then these are the times that I'm
these are the episodes they listen to, and you're like,
what did I say? What was I talking about? Anyway.
What did I reveal? Now do you know about me that you didn't before?
What happened was this is how the parasocial relationships begin. Yes, you know so much about me. Anyway, I know you had in here to talk about just kind of our watches and our listens lately.
Yes.
If you have anything you want to mention.
Yes. Not real heavy on it, but so I was going to see if you had heard of this show. It's in its second season now, but it's called 9 Perfect Strangers. It's one of the Leanne Moriarty book adaptations to TV.
Yes.
This one is on Hulu.
Okay.
The other really popular is Big Little Lies, that was on HBO Max.
Yes,
I think
that's been very.
It's
popular.
gone back to HBO Max apparently. I guess it went to Max, and then we're back to HBO Max.
They can't
whatever
what they want to do. Yeah, I'm
like,
okay.
You was always HBO Max to me, honey. I'm like,
right.
You know what that is. But Big Little Lies was very popular, and so this series is also very interesting. So it, had you heard of it?
I had not. Well, I'm like, I just Googled it to be like, have I heard about this? And I'm like, it's sounding very familiar, because is Nicole Kidman in it?
She is also in this, yes.
Because she's in Big Little Lies. Right? Yes. Okay. Is it the same universe? Is she the same character? Or?
No. She's very different character in this.
Good to
so
know.
She's like the leader of this wellness retreat. And she has, some alternative methods. Very shroomy, like they're doing shrooms.
Yes. Okay.
And so there's, these 9 strangers come to this retreat, and like the things that happen and the healing that happens or may not happen, it's all very questionable, right? And so yeah, that's the series in a nutshell. So now it's in the second season, and so I've been just catching up on that. But it's good. Like, I love I know Nicole's gonna give it. Of course. She said she's gonna give it.
She's a professional. Okay.
She's a professional. Okay.
Yes, so, absolutely.
I'm like, okay, Leanne got some little hits. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to actually read one of her books. I'm enjoying the series on the TV. Yeah. Yeah,
I am intrigued by that. Maybe I also will read a book now that I'm trying to read more. And it sounds like maybe it's probably a little bit of a thriller. And those, usually I can read those pretty quickly because it's like, I want to know what happens next.
Like, what's going to happen? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I see it. She's got a lot. I mean, I know I've seen her many titles over the years. And so to see what's popping. But yeah, I've been enjoying the show. But we love a wellness retreat. We love some shrooms.
Yeah.
We love to heal.
Yeah. Fascinating.
We love an Aquarius cult leader,
Especially
she's giving very Aquarius cult leader. Yeah, that's the energy she gives in this piece.
I'll take it. You know what? I might have to give this a shot.
I think you would enjoy it.
I think I would. I'm bad about watching TV.
Yes.
I'm bad at it. But this is intriguing to me. The other thing that's on my list that I have not started watching yet, but I will eventually watch, is the second season of the Mormon Housewives show came out.
Yes.
So I need to watch that too because it's on my list.
Okay. I still need to watch the first one. Like, it comes up on my thing and I haven't watched it yet. I'm like, I'm surprised that I haven't. Oh, I think it was because I started watching some other reality television that also occurred in Salt Lake City. I'm like, all these people in Salt Lake, all these Mormons, honey.
Yeah, I know. It's exhausting.
But I'm going to get to that one too. I got a lot going on. Like, a lot.
Yeah.
Perfectionism. Like,
there's so much to unpack. And I think that's why it's fun to watch. It's just there's like a lot to unpack there. So that's on my list. I can't like recommend it to you in earnest and be like, you should watch it, because it's not good. It's not good.
Well, it's reality. I watch reality television. Don't matter what it is.
It's very entertaining. It's quite entertaining. I'm invested. I want to know what happens. So I'll keep you updated on that.
Yes.
The only other thing that I'm watching right now is Supernatural, which is like an old ass show that I never
That's
watched.
What I was like, the old Supernatural? Okay, yes.
Yeah. I went back. I can't remember. I was talking to somebody about it, and a lot of people that I know have really liked it throughout the years, but I've just never, I was like, it's for me. And I'm kind of watching it off and on now. It's like, I'm a big horror movie fan, and it is like an hour-long horror movie in every episode, pretty much. And the two main characters are very pretty to look at. I'm like,
it's always nice.
It's also not like super high quality, but like they're handsome. It takes itself a little bit seriously in the beginning, a little bit too seriously. Because I'm like, the dynamic of the show is like these two handsome men come into town, and they have like a good cop, bad cop thing, and there's some very pretty girl that needs to be saved, and some evil monster that needs to be destroyed. And I'm like, oh, it's a new pretty girl in every season, okay, or in every episode. Okay, I got it. All right, I see what's happening here. It's fun though. It's like I've been doing a lot of very light TV watching lately, and that's been part of it. So maybe during my little break, I'll catch up on some TV, and we can have some more.
Listen, okay, I don't think I can ask this of you because it's a little too much of a commitment. But Love Island's coming on June 3rd. New season.
You know what? Yeah.
But that's a tall order. Like, Love Island is a very like that's
so
an investment.
Much content.
There's so much content. Yeah.
And if a friend of mine watches Love Island UK pretty religiously, and like I watched it with her once, and I was like, I don't feel like this is doing anything for me. I feel like I'm getting less smart by watching the show.
Yeah, like, and I'll say, like, certain seasons, like, people like who are really into Love Island will tell you the seasons to watch. Like, I would say, like, I was telling a friend the other day, I'm like, I really think you should watch last season of US because it was really great. And like, I mean, so many cult kind of things came out of it. It was crazy on TikTok, all the quotes and all the different things. But really great season. Now I've watched some other seasons that I was like, that was okay. I wouldn't tell anybody to watch that. But there's certain seasons that are like really like a lot of like juicy stuff going on. Like, you have to definitely catch one of those.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not telling anyone to watch the current season yet because I'm like, I can't vouch for it.
Right.
It looks like an interest, look, the cast looks good. So I'm like, that's part of it. Like, hot people,
How hot are the hot people on this season? I'm like, how do they keep finding all these hot people? Like, they just keep coming up with them.
Yeah. I mean, these are people in these like early 20s at that. Like, most of them. Some of them are like later, but it's like people in their 20s. Like, that's what, you're having fun, and
very
let's
much
go on Love Island. But they find these people like social media and stuff. Like, they just find these folks and invite them.
I think if you really wanted to be on a reality show, it wouldn't be that hard. There's so many
There's
of them
so many
now.
of them.
If
Find
you,
some.
yeah, if you really wanted to, you could find one for you.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I need to be that exposed.
No, not unless I'm like fully ready to dive into that lifestyle, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm really
No,
not.
I'm not. 'Cause after a while, I want you to leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Speaking of leaving alone, I'm
leaving me the hell alone.
I'm trying to do I'm so bad at transitions. Should we do the stoner scopes for this week?
Yes. We got to find out what we need to
what do we need to imbibe? I like that. Look at that. Look at you in the vocabulary.
We'll be trying to mix it up without, saying the words all the time.
I know.
Or, smoke, because, maybe we're not smoking.
Maybe we're not. Maybe we're
taking it another way. We're consuming. Yeah. Imbibing. Taking it in.
That. I like it.
So, June, I was nervous that we wouldn't have enjoying the sidewalk. I enjoy many sidewalks.
I threw you off right there.
It threw me. But on that note, my friend told me that there, she's like, "You be doing a lot of walking, friend." And I'm like, "Girl, when I get home, if I hit the vape, and if I get a good amount of it, I'm like, feel like I need to move. So I just walk out the door and I'm like, let me take a walk.
Time to take a walk.
Time to take a walk. Like,
nothing better.
Scenic. You listen to the birds chirping and shit. Like, it's a time.
I have been trying to spend a little more time outside. It really does do a lot for your mood.
It does so much for you.
You go outside. I sat outside on the front porch the other day and I just watched. First of all, our yard is full of clover, which is like a weed basically. But I sat there and I just enjoyed all the bees were coming to pollinate the little clover. And I was like, oh, look, you know what? Fuck all this grass in everybody else's yard because we have the bees. The bees are coming through.
The pollinators.
Yes. There's like 5 or 6 pollinating in the yard. And I was like, you know what? Hell yeah.
I'm telling you, a mindful moment. I miss the porch now. The porch time was my favorite time. I'd be out there for hours. Just have a smoke and just be chilling, like watching the squirrels and the birds and
there was
the party buses
of activity. Yeah, one of these things is not like the other. There was a lot of activity in that area. So the people watching, just knowing what's going on in the neighborhood. Yeah. Because
it was full of activity. Now my neighborhood now is also full of activity, but I can't watch it from outside. Like, I mean, unless I'm just outside, like I can't be in my space outside.
Right. Yeah.
So it makes a difference. But yeah, I mean, I still enjoy getting out there now. I'm good for going out here, getting on the phone. Like, this is one of those times I get on the phone, I get smoke a little or hit the vape, start walking. Like, let me call somebody.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation.
That's what I did that to you the other day. You sent me a little voice note. I was on a walk.
Yeah.
I listened to the little voice note. I replied in a little voice note. I was like, yep. That's what I like to do. It's like, it's like I'm on a walk with a friend.
Right. It's
lovely.
It's great. Okay. We'll get to the stoner scopes. But it's a nice little tangent. Like, just want to take a good walk. It's Gemini season, right? It's summertime. The weather's nice. Yes. We're going to smoke a little something and take a walk. Enjoy nature. Okay. So, is this the part I'm reading? Yes, it is.
It's hard at first.
I can remember which part am I reading? Yes. Okay. So summer is here. No, that's not the part. Is that the part? No, it's just the Aries.
Because they do this shit where they
Gemini. They put in order again.
They put it out of order. Yeah. So we can
start
go
with Gemini. Yes. Here we go.
Aries. Okay.
Okay. Sheesh. Happy birthday, Gemini. June centers you in your element, curious, social, and full of mental momentum. With the sun in your sign, you're likely feeling more energized and expressive. The Jupiter semi-sextile Uranus aspect early in the month might bring unexpected news or fresh ideas that shift your perspective in useful ways. Keep an open mind and don't be afraid to explore a new direction, even if it seems small at first. Still, not everything moves quickly. Jupiter square to Saturn and Neptune could bring some tension between your bigger dreams and the structures holding them back. If plans feel a bit murky, don't rush. Clarity will come with time. Jupiter's Keenkunst may stir deeper shifts in how you relate to others, especially in more personal or private areas of life. Stay steady, listen closely, and let your natural curiosity guide you toward balance, not burnout. Now, okay. Oh, they changed the way it looks. I'm
the
like,
format. Yeah.
Where is the strain? I was like, where's the strain? Okay.
I kind of like this little visual.
I do like it.
See it, but yeah, it's cute.
Yes, because I love getting, they incorporated the actual, the like the terpenes and the feelings that the strain, makes you feel.
I like this little graph here. It's very visually
Yes.
I feel like I learn more.
Yes. It's like, I guess it looks like when you're just in the app looking up a strain.
Yes, exactly.
That's, it gives more of that. So, okay. So Gemini, your strain this month is Mac. So June is all about embracing your multifaceted self and stepping into the spotlight. With Jupiter moving into Cancer, it's time to bring your inner growth into the world in tangible ways. Mac is a balanced hybrid that delivers uplifting euphoria and creative clarity. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, we can give the top feelings if you want. Do you want to?
Oh, yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's do that. Yeah.
So the top feelings for Mac are relaxed, happy, and uplifted. It looks like it's kind of balanced between the calming and energizing, and higher on the THC side. Okay.
Yeah, I like this. I like that we can kind of get this right? Just from a quick glance. Okay, so let's go back up to our Aries friends.
Yes.
Aries this month is cherry pie, which the top feelings for cherry pie are relaxed, giggly, and happy, which who doesn't want that?
I love the giggly strains. I love a giggly strain.
I love the giggly. Yes, it's my favorite. Okay, this says Aries, June's got you juggling big energy shifts. Saturn's pushing you to rebuild from the ground up, while Jupiter nudges you towards emotional growth and deeper connections. With all that intensity, cherry pie is your go-to strain this month. It's sweet, fruity flavor, and balanced high bring the kind of chill that may help you stay grounded without dimming your fire. And it really is like very much in the middle on the middle of the THC graph and the middle of the energizing versus calming graph, which is nice.
Yeah. Yes. It sounds like something I need to find for myself.
Yes.
Okay. So Taurus, your strain is Mimosa. So the top feelings for that are focused, energetic, and uplifted. Very balanced on the calming and energizing. Higher on the THC side. So if you like a good high, that's it. So Taurus, June is your time to shine. Career opportunities are blossoming and your charm is at an all-time high. With Venus gracing your sign and Jupiter enhancing your communication skills, you're set to make meaningful connections and express yourself with confidence. Mimosa is a citrusy, uplifting strain that mirrors your vibrant energy this month. Its euphoric effects may keep you motivated and focused, perfect for tackling new projects or enjoying social gatherings. Okay, fun.
I like it. Okay, so now we've already done Gemini, so we're down to Cancer. This is cereal milk, which, yum. Top feelings, love it already. Roused, relaxed, and giggly. I think those are the things I want the most.
I want those the most. Yes.
Right?
I want to be aroused, relaxed, and giggly. Yes, all of them. Yes.
All of those things.
I don't need to be focused.
No, not at all. Well, sometimes I do. It depends.
Sometimes I do.
Usually, I don't need to be focused.
I want to be turned on.
The calming spectrum, and it's pretty high THC. So noted. This says Cancer. June is all about emotional growth and new beginnings, especially with Jupiter entering your sign on June 9th. Enhancing your emotional awareness and prioritizing your personal growth. Okay, yeah. Cereal milk with its sweet vanilla and fruity flavors offers a calming and euphoric experience that can help you navigate these emotional shifts.
That sounds yummy.
That does sound yummy.
Find me some cereal milk. Okay. Who is this? Leo. Leo, your strain is GG4. The top feelings for this, right? Relaxed, sleepy, and hungry. Now that one, I'm like, yeah, maybe not for me.
Maybe not.
That's why it's not recommended for me. I already feel sleepy. I don't need no more
And I'm going to be hungry regardless.
Don't want to eat, right? No. Like, I like the strains that actually make me not want to eat.
Yeah.
That's what I enjoy. So this is a lot more on the calming side, but also a little higher on the THC side. So Leo, June is your month to roar back into the spotlight. How? With this sleepy ass strain?
Right? I don't get it.
Sorry, okay. I'm reacting as I'm reading. Okay, Mars re-enters your sign on June 7th, reigniting your drive and ambition. But with all that firepower, you'll need something to keep you grounded.
There it is.
GG4, okay, aka original glue. Okay. Is a potent hybrid that delivers heavy-handed euphoria and relaxation, perfect for unwinding after a day of conquering the world.
Okay. So that's a chill vibe.
Chill vibes.
Now we're moving to Virgo. The Virgo strain this month is apple fritter. Very fruity again. The top feelings being tingly, relaxed, and giggly. Not a bad vibe.
Not a bad time.
Very calming. Again, pretty high THC. So we're going with Virgo. June is your time to shine. Career opportunities are blossoming, and your charm is at an all-time high. With Mercury moving into your 10th house starting on the 6th, your job status is set to improve, leading to significant career achievements. Apple fritter is a hybrid strain known for its powerful and relaxing high. Its sweet and earthy flavor with hints of apple pastry mirrors the comfort and satisfaction you're seeking this month.
Okay. Again. The tingle. Okay.
Tingle.
Take that along with feeling aroused.
Right?
Giggly. We'll take all of that.
I'm not mad.
Not at all. All right. Libra. It's always such an interesting strain name. Strawberry cough is your strain this month. It will leave you feeling uplifted, energetic, and happy. Very high on the energizing side, and it's above halfway on the THC side. So it's a higher THC, but not like high.
Yeah.
High.
Yeah. High. No pun intended.
Right. So, Libra, June is bringing some unexpected shifts in your relationships and career thanks to Jupiter's move into Cancer and other planetary changes. But don't worry, Strawberry Cough is here to help you stay balanced and upbeat. With its sweet berry flavor and uplifting effects, this sativa dominant strain can keep you energized and focused as you navigate new opportunities and connections. Okay, Strawberry Cough. I'm like, I'm going to be coughing.
Right.
It's going to be strawberry when I cough.
Okay, let's see. All right, now we're at Scorpio, and Scorpio strain is Blackberry Kush. Yum. Again, with the sleepy, relaxed, and hungry.
Yeah.
Way down on the calming end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Too calming, perhaps.
In the couch,
absolutely. So Scorpio, June is a month of intense transformation with significant shifts in your personal and professional life. As Jupiter moves into Cancer on June 9th, you're encouraged to embrace emotional growth and deeper connections. Blackberry Kush is a rich indica-dominant hybrid known for its calming effects and sweet berry flavor. This strain can help you navigate the month's emotional waves, providing relaxation and clarity as you face new challenges and opportunities.
Everybody needs to relax, huh? Okay.
Right. Apparently.
Let's see what Sag is talking about, right? Sag, your strain this month is Skunk 1, not to be confused with Skunk 2. 3, 4, or 5. Skunk 1, okay? It's going to leave you feeling hungry, happy, and euphoric. If you just drop the hunger part off, we'll take it.
Yes.
Now, this is a lot more on the energizing side. A little more, it's more than halfway on the THC side, but it's closer to the middle. So, Sag, June is your month to dive deep and emerge stronger. With the full moon in your sign on June 11th, it's time to explore what truly fuels your sense of worth and security. Skunk 1 is a classic hybrid that delivers an uplifting head high and a relaxed body sensation, perfect for navigating this transformative period. Its earthy, pungent aroma and the euphoric effects can help you stay grounded while embracing new perspectives.
Okay. Love to see it.
Skunk 1. Again, don't get Skunk 5 because that's not what we told you.
Confused. Yes, okay. Not Skunk 5. Not the same.
Not the same.
All right, now we're on to Capricorn. Your strain this month is Kush Mints. That's going to leave you feeling aroused, relaxed, and euphoric, which sounds like a pretty good combo to me.
I love that for you.
Pretty far down on the calming end of the spectrum and very high on the THC. So sounds like you're going to be zooted with this one.
Zooted.
Capricorn, June is nudging you towards introspection and transformation. With Mars energizing your daily routines. I skipped a line. With Mars energizing your 8th house and Jupiter highlighting your daily routines, it's the perfect time to reassess and realign your goals. Kush Mints is a balanced hybrid known for its relaxing and euphoric effects. Its minty flavor and calming properties may help you unwind and gain clarity as you navigate this period of change.
Yes, that's another to add to the list. Okay, Aquarius. We are going to have northern lights this month, Aquarius. And that's going to leave you feeling sleepy, relaxed, and hungry. Very much on the calming end. And again, little bit above the middle of the THC end, so decent amount of THC. June has you juggling growth and reflection, Aquarius. Career shifts, creative sparks, and relationship deep dives are all on the table. With Jupiter lighting up your 5th house, you're feeling inspired. But Mars in your 7th house could stir up tension in partnerships. Northern Lights is a classic indica known for its calming, euphoric effects and earthy, piney flavor. It's your go-to for unwinding after intense days, helping you stay grounded and clear-headed.
Okay.
Northern Light.
Love to see it.
Yes. Oh,
and of course.
No, I was reading ahead. I was like, oh, that's cute.
I know. Look at us. In Pride Month, no less. Yes. The Pisces strain this month is Rainbow Belts. Very cute.
Love it.
That is going to leave us feeling relaxed, giggly, and euphoric. Very calming, on the higher end of the TH spectrum here, but let's see what it says. All right, Pisces, June is all about finding your emotional balance and nurturing your inner world. Isn't that our entire life? With Jupiter blessing your domestic sphere and Mercury enhancing mental clarity, it's the perfect time to focus on home, family, and personal well-being. Rainbow Belts is a balanced hybrid known for its calming and euphoric effects. Its sweet, fruity flavor profile can help you unwind and find peace amidst the emotional tides of the month.
The emotional tides. Okay.
Love to see it.
Find some of these. That Rainbow Belts again sounds delightful.
Look, I will keep an eye out for some Rainbow Belts.
Let me know, girl. Truly. Let me know.
Absolutely.
Well, y'all, we've been sat here a couple hours now.
I know.
And, we're not going to have a black goodbye, okay?
No. We'll do it. We'll do it right.
We're going to have we're not going to have an Irish goodbye, but we're just gonna have a
just a regular goodbye. What? I don't know. Who does just a normal, timely goodbye?
Is it a white goodbye?
Is it a white goodbye? I don't know, because the Midwest goodbye takes forever. Maybe it's like a New York goodbye. Like, all right.
There you go. Head out. I could see that. I could see that being the New York goodbye. Like, look, I don't have time because I've got appointments. I've got places to be. I got to catch the train. Like, I got to, gotta go.
Yep. Okay, that's what we're doing.
New York goodbye. We're going to call it the New York goodbye. All right. So, you're going to have to surprise, find out what the episode for next week is. Because we're going to find out along with you.
We will.
Well, I'll know before you, but we just don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
So you'll have to see what we're talking about next week.
It'll be fun.
So, there's that. But make sure that you engage with the polls and Q&As always with us. And if you want to get in contact with us or send us, comments, questions, you want chart readings, the things, send us an email at suchapiscespod@gmail.com. And that is spelled SUCHAPISCESPOD@gmail.com.
And of course, as always, you can find us on TikTok and Instagram, also at Such a Pisces Pod. We're going to tell you again, if you haven't done it already, leave us a nice review. Nice being the operative word there.
Yeah.
Leave us a review, share the episodes with a friend. Word of mouth is great. keep it pushing, right? We'll see y'all next time.
I know these two fun girls, okay?
Right.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. If you vibe with us and you have a friend, then maybe they would vibe with us too.
They want to vibe with us too. Like, invite the people to the vibe, okay?
Come on.
Yeah, share the vibe with everybody. We're trying to vibe higher, okay?
Higher.
Hello. Higher. Stoner Scopes, okay?
Yes.
So, in the meantime, y'all stay safe in these streets and protect your energy.
As always, seduce and scheme safely.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.